Well, today's Meet the Team, we've got the Queen, none other than Jackie Potts. You might know her as Jackie Potts Equestrian Services because of her massive social media presence, but more importantly for us, you've been the Queen here for how long?
This is my 27th year, so 26 years. Yep, long time.
What was William up to when you first met him?
Gosh, I think he'd won a couple of intermediates. I'd seen him in Horse and Hound a few times, and he was looking a lot younger, as we all were.
And was he at university then?
Yeah, he was at university in the week, and he just finished, and then was full-time at home.
So things have changed hugely throughout those 27 years. When you first joined him, what did you hope to get out of the job?
Well, I actually came just to stand in because they didn't have anybody at the time, so I stood in for a week. And then I think it was really good because I liked the job and I liked the horses, and that was what made me stay.
And you two have kind of grown and developed together. You've got the most, I mean, as the wife looking in, you're more like a married couple, working professional. It's an amazing dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you'd hope that sort of I'd know what he's wanting by now, and then there'll be the odd times when we agree to disagree.
So he very much has total confidence in you. What would you say your job is? How would you describe your job?
My job is to make sure that everything is running smoothly in the background so he can carry on doing what he's best at.
Mm-hmm. And he would say he carries on doing what he's best at and lets you carry on doing what you're best at. But where did this knowledge come from, Grans? Tell me about your background.
Oh, gosh. Well, I think I've learnt by mistakes more than anything, but I was very lucky and I did some work at the Bartles.
But where was home? Where were you brought up?
Oh, home was Manchester.
So no horses there?
No horses till I was 10, and then I helped out at a riding school for years where actually you probably learn quite a good grounding. You ride a lot of different horses. And then I went to the Bartles, and before that I'd had my own little freelance business I'd taught as well. So I'd had quite a good grounding in lots of different things. I was Di Lampar's head girl for 18 months, helped Chris Hewlett a little bit, so lots of bits and bobs really.
And has there ever been times where you've thought, nah, William Forsman, nah, time to find something else?
No, because it's what you love. It's what you wake up and want to do every day.
What is it that you love so much?
I mean, I think seeing the horses progress and, seeing William progress as well, and I think the highs and the lows are as equal in each other because the highs aren't so high if you don't have the lows as well. But also getting the horses from babies to advanced, I love seeing them grow up and seeing them learn.
And when I think of you, like when the horses fly, and we know that, well, we call you Grans because I like all our granny. When you're with them, we know they're going to get the best that they can possibly get. How many times have you flown on with horses?
Oh gosh, I've lost count now. I mean, probably getting up to the 20s.
And your attention to detail, isn't it? Is it weird of me to think you've got that sixth sense, because you certainly have the healing hands?
Yeah. I suppose it's intuition. If you listen to your instinct and your intuition, and I always want to think that I've done the best job I possibly can, and I've given that horse and William the best chance that they can do to succeed in the competition.
Were you teacher's pet at school?
Yes.
Were you school prefect?
Yes.
You're someone who's just always been in charge, aren't you?
Yes. I think it's called bossy.
But looking back, there's so many highlights, and we talk about flying to Kentucky and all those wins in Kentucky, flying to Olympics and all that success at the Olympic Games. But for you, looking at the big competitions, what's been the big highlight?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can pinpoint one particular one, but I think like I was saying, when the horses that you've had from pre-novice up to advanced and then they win a big competition. I mean, years ago, Moonman comes to mind. He was all our pets. And when he won his big competitions, it made a huge difference.
I remember you were dotty about Tamarillo.
Yes.
And I think for me, watching you get him that Burley win, at the end of his career, when Tam was first and Balancula was second, and that was a big one for you, wasn't it?
I mean, Tam, Chilly Morning, and I think they all hold a special part in your heart, really.
And you did a lovely thing for William, didn't you, with the shoes of some of the big horses that you'd kept?
Yeah.
So you're a bit of a hoarder.
A hoarder, yes. But I think it's nice to see, and they're your memories as well.
Have you got a standout horse?
Gosh, that's a bit tricky, isn't it? Because they are all special. I suppose I did love Chilly Morning. He was quite special for me. But then, you know, Tam was as well, stunning, who I was really lucky to have after he retired.
And what would your advice be to somebody looking in? I mean, you've been Groom of the Year with the FEI, you've won so many accolades. Everybody knows you as, you know, one of the doyens of the business. What would your advice be to young people coming in?
I think just try and learn as much as you can, experience everything that you possibly can. I always want to know something new every day and never think that you've learnt enough. And it, you know, it is hard work, but it can be fun as well.
And one of the things, you know, we know what you've brought to William, and everyone will see it as the channel develops, but your relationship with Kazoo and William being able to offer your services to help Kazoo as part of Kazoo training with William has been a big thing, and you've enjoyed that, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been fun actually. It's been a different challenge, put you slightly out of your comfort zone, which is always good to do as well.
And he's a really talented rider,
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
So it's going to be fun. And what about, just one question, you've worked with a lot of different people in your time. Adam Short as your underling.
Unusual.
How are you coping with that?
No, I mean, he is great. It's lovely to see such enthusiasm in a young person. And you only have to say something to him once and he's got it. You know, and he wants to do a good job as well. It's a breath of fresh air.
It's an exciting team for 2020,
yeah,
isn't it?
I think so.
So, any predictions?
Oh, it's a bit early to say yet, but fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for a successful on Grands.
Yeah.
But it's just, I can't believe it. What is 27th season? Oh, we're very lucky to have you, and we know it.
Oh, I'm lucky to be here.